Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now, in the last class, we were supposed to discuss these two topics, that is conservative force and non-conservative force. Okay. Now, I already sent you a video, and if you have watched the video, then you might have already gotten some idea about this, right? Now, conservative force, in the definition, it is written that the work done in round trip is zero. Now, what do we mean by round trip? Round trip means, let us say you started from your home, you went to market, and after shopping, you came back to home. This is a round trip. Okay, this is a round trip. So if the starting point of the journey and the ending point of the journey is same, then we can say that this is a round trip. Okay, you came back to its to your original position. Okay, so that is round trip. So in this round trip, if the work done is total work done is zero, then we can say that the force that was working, that is conservative force. Okay, now we are talking about work. Now, you will not get work if you do not apply some force, right? Because work is equal to force into displacement. There has to be some force and there has to be some displacement along the direction of force, right? So, if the force that is working or being applied for this work done in which the round trip is zero is known as conservative force. And if it is not zero, then non-conservative. Now the definition, I do not want you to just memorize, rather I want you to feel it, realize it, okay? What do we mean by this, that the work done will be zero? Now, we already got to know about this, what is positive work, what is negative work, okay? We know about this, right? Anybody have any confusion regarding this positive work and negative work?
No.
Okay, just for a little bit of recap, if I lift a certain body up, two forces are acting on this body. One, the force that I am applying, another force is gravity that is acting in the downward direction. Now, as the direction is taking place in the direction of my applied force, right? So the work done by my force is positive because the force and the displacement is in the same direction. But what about the force of gravity? The work done by the force of gravity is negative here. Why? Because the force is being applied in this direction, but the displacement is taking place in the opposite direction. So the work done will be negative because the angle between them is 180 degree. Okay. Now, so we know that there can be positive work and there can be negative work. Okay. So let us say here you can see that I have also given that the conservative force, it does not depend on the path. Why? That one I will explain later. Let me discuss about this work done in round trip is zero. This one first. The example I have given here is gravity, right? So let us say this is the ground level. Okay. And on the ground, there is an object. Okay. Now, I told you to lift it up at some certain height. Let us say the height is h. Okay. You lifted it to a certain height, h. Now, while you are lifting, the work done by the force of gravity is positive or negative? Can you tell me?
Question था कि sir?
The question is,
Positive.
I am lifting a body to a certain height from the ground. Then the work done by the force of gravity is positive or negative?
Negative.
Definitely negative. Why? Because the
Negative.
displacement is taking place in the upward direction and the force of gravity acts in the opposite direction, right? Let us say the work done here is minus 300 joule. Let us say, okay? Now we know that we have to do a round trip. That means the body has to come back from where it started. So now if the body comes back and travels the same height and comes back to its original position, that means on the ground, now the work done by the force of gravity will be positive or negative?
Positive. Positive.
And definitely it will be plus 300 joule, right or wrong?
Yes.
So if I take the total work done, W net, the total work done, then it will be zero because
Zero.
plus 300 and minus 300, it will give me 0. So you can see that the work done in round trip is 0, right? Okay. Now, let us discuss about this non-conservative force. Why it is not 0? The work done is not 0 in case of non-conservative force. I have given dot here, which means that you have to write work done in round trip okay, is not 0. So the same thing you will repeat, just add the word not, okay. Round trip is 0, and over there round trip, the word done in round trip is not 0, okay. That is the difference, okay. So why it is not 0? If you take a look at the example, then it will be clear to you, okay. See, it is written as friction, okay. Friction is a force, we know, and it always acts in the opposite direction of motion. What do I mean by that? If this is a surface and on this the body is trying to move in this direction, as the body is trying to move in this direction, the friction that will be offered by this surface on which the body is trying to move, the friction will be in the opposite direction. If it is moving in this direction, the friction will be in the opposite direction, because friction always tries to resist the motion. Now if the body is moving in this direction, then the friction will change its direction and it will work in the opposite direction. So always the friction is in the opposite direction of the displacement, correct or not? You see, whenever you are moving in this direction, the displacement is in this direction, but the friction force in the opposite direction. Work done is positive or negative?
Positive.
Let me ask you the question again. When the body is moving in this direction, the displacement is in this direction, but the friction, we know it is opposite to the direction of motion. So displacement in this direction and the friction in the opposite direction. The work done by the friction is positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Because displacement and frictional force, they both work in the opposite direction. The angle between them is 180 degree. You remember F is cos theta. Theta is 180 degree here, and cos of 180 degree has a value of -1. So work done here, it will be negative. Now let us say the body from here it went there. The work done by the friction force is negative. Again, it has to be a round trip, right? So let us say it is coming back to its original position. Now, as the displacement is taking place in this place, the friction will be in the opposite direction. Again, the work done is negative,
It's
right?
negative.
So you can see that, let us say, while going, if the work done is minus 300 joule, while coming back, again it will be minus 300 joule. So they cannot balance each other, right? So if I take the total work done it by the friction force, it will be minus 600 joule, right?
Yes.
So we can see that so friction force is a non-conservative force. Why? Because the total work done in the round trip is not 0. Okay, it is minus 600 joule. So if you have understood the definition, now let me explain the second point that says that conservative force actually does not depend on the path, but it depends on the path. It can be understood very clearly. Can I move to the second point? Anybody have doubt with the definition?
No.
No.
Acha. Okay. Now let us see. We know that how do we calculate the work done whenever we lift a certain body to a certain height? How do we calculate the work done? We calculate the work done by potential energy. Correct or not? Which is equal to mgh. Do you agree or not?
Yes.
Okay. So this body will be lifted to a certain height h. Okay, this height h is the height from the ground. Now let us say you didn't go directly, vertically in the upward direction. Rather, you went in an inclined way and came to this position. Okay, you followed this path and came to this position. Still, you are at height h from the ground. Right or wrong?
Yes.
So the work done will be same or different?
Same.
It will be the same because you will put the same value of h over here. Now let us say, okay, I did not follow this path. I went, I took the body like this and then came here. Just for giving an example, if this is the object, I went through this path and finally came here. Ultimately, I am at height h from the ground, right? So the value of h is never going to change, right? It does not depend on the path followed, right? It doesn't matter which path I followed. It just matter at what I am, coming at rest after completing some height from the ground. Okay, কতটুকু হাইট আমি কভার করতেছি সেটাই ডিপেন্ড করে। কিভাবে কভার করতেছি it does not depend. Do you agree with me? So if
Yes.
height does not depend on the path followed, Mass will not definitely depend on the path followed. G will also not depend on the path followed. So none of them actually depends on the path that you have taken. I don't care that whether you came vertically upward, or you came a little bit inclinedly, or you came, through a zigzag path and came here. All I care about is now, after the displacement has been finished, you are at what height from the ground. That is what I care about. I don't want to know that how you came to this height. Okay, I do not want to know. So you see that the potential energy does not depend on the path followed. So potential energy is equal to work done. So work done also does not depend on the path followed, right? So that is why I say that it does not depend on the path followed. Conservative force, it does not depend on the path followed. See, it is not being affected. But what is the case with friction? Let us see. Let us say I have a table, or you have a table at your home. Okay, on the table, okay, there is an object that is kept here. I told you, bring the object to this position. Now if you bring the object to this position directly, straight path, okay, the friction that you will experience will be minimum, the minimum. You follow any other path, like you say, okay, I will bring the object here, and I will then bring the object here. Do you see any change of friction? You will experience a little bit of more friction, because you
So
are
path যত বেশি হবে ততই friction বেশি হবে না?
exactly you got the concept, right? যত বেশি path তুমি cover করবা, তত বেশি friction with the surface you will experience, right? So you can see that এখানে যে frictional যে ফোর্সটা, এটা ডিপেন্ড করে পাথের উপরে। ঠিক আছে, ফ্রিকশন ফোর্সটা বেশি হবে যদি তুমি শর্ট মানে লঙ্গার পাথ নাও, আর সবচেয়ে কম হবে যদি তুমি শর্টেস্ট পাথ নাও। তাহলে এখানে ফ্রিকশনাল যে ফোর্সটা, ইট ডিপেন্ডস অন দ্য পাথ, রাইট অর রং?
Yes.
Okay, so are we clear that non-conservative force, it depends on the path, and the best example to understand this is friction. Okay, now I want to give you a homework. I want you to come up with some more example of this conservative force and non-conservative force. I have given you only two examples. Okay, one is gravity for this one and friction for this one. I want you to come up at least three more for conservative force and three for non-conservative force. Okay, think, observe what is going on around you. Okay, now anywhere you see that some force is being applied, try to categorize it into one of these two categories. Okay, try to think whether this force that is being applied here, what is it? Is it a non-conservative force or conservative force? Okay, ask yourself and show logic to yourself. Try to make yourself satisfied with whatever conclusion you come to. Okay, remember, this is your homework today. Try to see that what is going on. Let us say you are pushing a body. Just for an example, you are pushing a body. Think, pushing is a force, pulling is a force. What is this? Is this conservative or non-conservative? If you think that it is conservative, then write the points. Why do you think it is conservative? We will have a discussion over it in the next class, inshallah. Let us try to realize it and try to relate it with the real life experiences. Okay, otherwise this education will not have any purpose, will not serve any purpose. Okay, acha. So conservative force and non-conservative force we already learned. Now work done, net work done. Okay, as we got to know two type of force, so there will be two type of work. Okay, the work done by the conservative force, let us represent it by conservative work done. Okay, work done due to conservative force plus work done due to non-conservative force. Okay, now from work energy theorem, if you remember work energy theorem, net work done, that is equal to the change of kinetic energy, right? By delta we mean change and Ke means kinetic energy. So net work done is equal to change of kinetic energy. We already know that from work energy theorem. If anybody forgot, you can revise it from the textbook, no problem. Okay, and work done due to the conservative force, this is equal to negative change of potential energy. Now this is already there in the video, so I don't know whether you understood or not. I kept in your place. Okay, I kept myself in your place and thought that, and realize that actually that this might be a little bit of confusing to you, that why this work done due to conservative force is negative of potential energy. So if you have any doubt in this, you may ask me, I will explain, or else I will just continue if you understood why this, how this equation came. Okay, mashallah, nobody has any doubt, right? Okay, so you all understood that why this conservative force is equal to negative.
ফ্রিকশনের কারণে
বুঝি নাই।
আমি এটা বুঝি নাই।
আচ্ছা, তুমি এটা বুঝো নাই, তো দেখো আমরা এটা একটু বোঝার চেষ্টা করি, ঠিক আছে? খেয়াল করো, এই যে কনজারভেটিভ ফোর্সের কথা বলছি আমরা, তাই না? ওয়ার্ক ডান ডিউ টু কনজারভেটিভ ফোর্স। সো কনজারভেটিভ ফোর্স ইজ দ্য ফোর্স অফ গ্র্যাভিটি, রাইট অর রং? We already saw that it is the force of gravity. So let us say there is an object. There is an object on the ground. Now, if I lift it to a certain height, whenever I'm lifting, okay, while lifting, the work done by the force of gravity, it will be positive or negative?
Negative.
Definitely it will be negative. Work done by force of gravity, it will be negative. Why? Because the force of gravity works in the downward direction, but the displacement is taking place in the upward direction. We know that. I'm telling it over and over again so that you know it gets in your blood. Okay, so whenever the force and the displacement are in the opposite direction, we can say that the work done is negative. Okay, so work done here is negative. But what about the change of potential energy? The potential energy here, we know that it was 0 because the height from the ground is 0. But here, the potential energy, okay, it is 0 here. Now, potential energy here, it will be somewhat, you know, greater than 0, correct or not? So the change of potential energy, if I ask you, what will be the change of potential energy? Won't be a positive quantity because it is 0 chilo. এটা 20 জুল 30 জুল 50 জুল যাই হোক, তুমি এটা থেকে যদি এটা মাইনাস করো, you will get a positive quantity, correct or not? কেউ যদি না বুঝো আমাকে বলো, আমি আবার বলি, অসুবিধা নেই। গ্রাউন্ড লেভেলে পটেনশিয়াল এনার্জি 0 আমরা জানি। যখন এই বডিটাকে আমরা একটা সার্টেন হাইটে তুলবো, এটার মধ্যে কিছু পটেনশিয়াল এনার্জি জমা হবে এবং সেটা 10 জুল 15 জুল যাই হোক, এই যে পটেনশিয়াল এনার্জি ইনক্রিজ হয়েছে, তাই না? তার মানে চেঞ্জ অফ পটেনশিয়াল এনার্জি উইল বি পজিটিভ because increase হয়েছে। সো তাইলে আমরা এটা পজিটিভ বলতে পারি, তাই না? While going in the upward direction, we can see that the work done and change of potential energy, they are, you know, opposite to each other, correct? Okay,
Yes.
Then again, let us consider for coming down. তোমরা তো বলতে পারো স্যার উপরে যাওয়ার জন্য খালি দেখাচ্ছেন, নিচের জন্য কি রকম হবে? আমরা দেখি, the body is coming down now. তো একটু খেয়াল করো, the body is coming down. So the work done by the force of gravity will be positive or negative this time?
This time positive. Positive.
Why? Because the force is being applied in the downward direction, and the displacement also downward direction. Very good, very good. You all understood, I guess. So the work done here is negative. But what about the potential energy? It is increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing. Again, it will become down.
Yeah, as it is coming down, the potential energy is decreasing because the height from the ground is decreasing as it is coming down. So if the potential energy is decreasing, the change of potential energy is negative, correct or not? Because if something decreases, the change is negative, right? Like I will give an example, just 20 seconds. Okay, if I ask you that you went to market, the price of a shirt today is 10 taka. Next day you want to buy, you saw that the price has decreased and now it is 8 taka. What is the change? The change is final minus the initial one, right? Final is 8, the initial one is 10. So it will be 8 minus 10 minus 2. The minus indicates that it has decreased, right? If I tell you the change of price is plus 2, what does that mean? The price increased by 2 taka. But if I tell you the change of the price is minus 2, that means the price is decreased by 2 taka. in both cases the amount is same. The plus and minus actually indicates whether it is an increase or decrease. So here also it will indicate, see, while it was going up, the potential energy was increasing, so plus indicates an increase of potential energy. Here the potential energy change is minus, it shows that the potential energy is decreasing, right? So in both the case we can see that they are opposite to each other. If one is positive, another one will be negative. That is why, showing that opposite relation between them, we put that the work done by the conservative force is negative change of potential energy. Do you understand my point now?
Yes.
Yes.
So now let us continue. So WC is minus WP. So if I replace these two value over here and want to find out that what will be the expression for WNC, that is work done by non-conservative force. If I try to find it out, then how it will be? Delta KE, I will replace here. Delta KE will be equal to
Kinetic energy plus potential energy.
Yes, exactly. When we change the side, it is going to be like this. So minus delta PE, if I change the side, it will become positive, and we will get this expression for work done by non-conservative force. Okay. Now this will bring us to our next topic, which is conservation, principle of conservation of energy. If you remember, if no force is applied on a body, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. Okay, energy, you cannot create any new energy, okay, or you cannot destroy any energy. If you see that in a certain body there has been decrease of energy, that means some energy from it has been taken away, and that energy is somewhere. Okay, it is not destroyed, it just went somewhere else and may be converted to some other form of energy. Okay, Achha. From this line actually we will be proving it. Okay, so if I say that non-conservative force, okay, if you notice, principle of conservation of energy, we always prove this for a falling body. তোমাদের মনে আছে, আমি একটু তোমাদেরকে মনে করে দিই। তোমাদের যদি মনে থাকে যে একটা বডিকে আমরা এখানে রাখি, এখানে পোটেনশিয়াল এনার্জি কত, কাইনেটিক এনার্জি কত ক্যালকুলেট করি, টোটাল এনার্জি কত, টোটাল এনার্জি মানে কাইনেটিক এনার্জি কত, পোটেনশিয়াল এনার্জি কত, সেটা আমরা ক্যালকুলেট করি, দ্যাট ইজ আওয়ার মেকানিক্যাল এনার্জি। অ্যাকচুয়ালি এই জিনিসটাকে আমরা লিখতে পারি চেঞ্জ ইন মেকানিক্যাল এনার্জি, because kinetic energy and potential energy, if you add them up, you will get the total mechanical energy. If you remember, I discussed about this in the second last class, I guess, that energy can be divided into so many categories: light energy, heat energy, mechanical energy, and this mechanical energy can be further divided into two categories, that is kinetic energy and potential energy. So if I ask you to calculate the mechanical energy of a certain body, what you need to do is you need to find the kinetic energy, potential energy, and then add them up. That will be the mechanical energy. So if you remember, we used to calculate the mechanical energy over here. Okay, at this point we used to calculate, then at the middle we used to calculate the mechanical energy, and then here also just before touching the ground we used to calculate the mechanical energy, and we used to show that at every point the mechanical energy is equal. That shows that no energy has been created and no energy has been destroyed. The energy is transforming from one form to another. From which form to which form? At here it was potential energy, and as it is coming down, the potential energy will be decreasing as it is coming down. So the decreased potential energy, where it is going? Is it being destroyed? No, it is being converted into kinetic energy, and due to that kinetic energy the body is in motion now. Okay, right? We know that whenever the body is in motion, just because of that it has some kinetic energy. So from where the kinetic energy came? At this point there was no kinetic energy, so it's only logical to explain this in this way, that the potential energy that is decreasing, it is being converted to kinetic energy, right? তো তাইলে দেখো আমরা বলি যে মানে এখানে ডু ইউ সি, যখন একটা ফলিং বডির এক্সাম্পলটা আমরা দেখাইতাম, তখন ওখানে যে ফোর্সটা আমরা কনসিডার করতাম, দ্যাট ওয়াজ অনলি কনজারভেটিভ ফোর্স। তোমরা কি এখানে কোনো নন কনজারভেটিভ ফোর্স অ্যাপ্লাই দেখতে পাচ্ছ? কোনো ফ্রিকশন আছে? আমরা কিন্তু ইয়ার রেজিস্ট্যান্স এখানে কনসিডার করি না, আবার এটা নিয়ে আসিও না। ওকে, তো এখানে কোনো নন কনজারভেটিভ ফোর্স অ্যাপ্লাই হচ্ছে না, তার মানে কি নন কনজারভেটিভ ফোর্স ইজ জিরো, দ্য অ্যাপ্লিকেশন অফ নন কনজারভেটিভ ফোর্স ইজ জিরো। সো when this non conservative force is zero, we will say that the change of mechanical energy will also be zero. তার মানে হচ্ছে মেকানিক্যাল এনার্জি এখানে যত, এখানেও তত, এখানেও কত, চেঞ্জ উইল বি জিরো। মেকানিক্যাল এনার্জি জিরো না, বাট দ্য চেঞ্জ ইজ জিরো। তার মানে এখানেও যদি 10 থাকে তাহলে এখানেও 10 হবে, এখানেও 10 হবে, এবং দ্য চেঞ্জ ইজ জিরো because 10 minus 10 is 0, 10 minus 10 is 0. Could I explain it? Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the concept of conservation of conservative force and non-conservative force. And whenever it is conservative force, okay, only conservative force is acting somewhere, there the mechanical energy will be conserved. Actually, this is the reason, I guess, I don't know for sure, that why it has been named conservative force. Maybe because of that when only conservative force is acting on a particular body, the total energy remains conserved. That is why maybe it has been named that conservative force. I don't know. So, understood? Anybody have any doubt? Acha, the video I sent you, I tried to cover up almost all the things that has been discussed over there. For a falling body, at every point energy remains same. He has shown the calculation in details. I am not showing that in details because you have already gone through that in SSC level. Okay. Other than that, is there any topic that you saw in the video but you didn't understand? Is there any point?
No.
Okay, so we can move on to our next topic, right? Acha. So come to page number. What I discussed is clearly written in page number 305, 306, and you can see that in page number 306, 5.14 article, principle of conservation of energy. It says that if only conservative force, you see the statement, now it will be easier for you to understand, I guess. Okay, it will be easier for you to comprehend. So the statement says, if only conservative force acts, we saw that only conservative force is acting, no non-conservative force, WNC is zero. So then what will happen? Then the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy of the system remains constant. That means the mechanical energy does not change. Change of mechanical energy is zero. Okay. So kinetic energy plus potential energy is constant. The explanation is also given. So kindly go through the explanation, and if you have any doubt, you may ask me in the following class. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in 5.15 article, we have use of principle of conservation of energy, right? Now, using this one, they have calculated the maximum height of a projected object. Now, this one actually I already discussed with you in SSC level. Okay, they have rediscussed it. So what I would like to request you to do is go through page number 307, the calculation you are supposed to understand, but still if you find it difficult or not comprehensible at any point or any line, you may ask me in the following class. Okay, 307, 308 and also 309. Okay, until and up to 5.29 equation. Okay, which equation? 5.29 in 309 page. Okay, and about the simple pendulum, inshallah I will be discussing that. Okay, because I think you need some discussion on that. Okay, clear what you need to do today at home? 307, 308 and 309, these 3 page. Just ask me what doubt you have. Okay, or else we are not going to spend much time discussing about these things. Inshallah, we will move to the simple pendulum, which is more important and newer to you, so I will have to discuss about it. Clear?
Yes.
Okay,